Hello and welcome to the WB Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com. I'm Jim Sheehan, joined again by the head wrestling coach of the Hofstra Pride, Dennis Papadatos. And coach, the second season has begun.
Right.
This Friday night at the Special Events Center at Binghamton University when the 115th EIWA Championships are held.
That's a lot.
Friday and Saturday this coming weekend, and obviously exciting time of year.
For sure.
Bids are on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Let's first of all, let's talk about the health of the team.
I think we're healthy. Like as I said before, no one is more, we're not more banged up than other people. We'll see. There actually is a chance that we're only going to wrestle 9 guys, to be honest. Ricky's going to go 74. We haven't fully decided what we're going to do with 65 yet. And we'll see what transpires, but that's neither here nor there. The overall health of the team is guys are healthy, guys are motivated. They're as motivated as I've ever seen. Last week we had Monday and Tuesday on their own workouts after the weekend off. We started the first days back before we started a small training period for the IWAs. Obviously everyone in here on their own, and I don't ever remember a time where a group of guys in this room were more focused. They were so focused to do what each of them needed to do on their own. Their work ethic was very high, which makes you believe there's excitement. So it was good to see. It was a good week of training for sure.
All right, the NCAA allocations came out last week, and the EIWA received 47 allocations again. Let's run down the weight classes.
Sure.
8 returning champions or defending champions return this year in the EIWA championships.
Wow.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
And let's start at 125. Dylan Ryder. There are 4 NCAA bids from the allocations, and we have no returning champions. Tell us about the 125 weight class.
It is very freshman dominated. The best guys in the weight for the most part are freshmen. I mean, the top 3 seeds, and for one point, the top 4 seeds when Dylan was were all freshmen. So 3 true freshmen and 1, I guess, redshirt freshman. However, whatever Vito is. Dylan should probably be the 6th seed, which I think is a very good spot for him. To be honest with you, we could care less. It is a very, very talented young group of people. A bunch of guys that are probably going to be multi-All-Americans, and they'll be in the same conference with each other for the next 4 years. So that's always brings the cream of the crop.
Okay, jumping to 133, 4 more bids, allocations on the line. Scott Parker from Lehigh, the returning champion, that weight class.
Well, yes, Scott Parker's out for the year.
Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize.
Yeah. Scott Parker was announced.
Well, maybe he'll come back.
No, a month ago they announced that his career is over. He's not. He's not wrestling. That's what. Yeah. So that's another deep field. It is. There's 4 spots, but there's probably 12 guys. There's obviously 16 guys, but it's a very, very deep field. So it's kind of wide open. There is no easy matches in that bracket at all.
Chaz Tucker from Cornell.
Yeah.
Would you consider him the favorite?
I think he's the number 1 seed. Yeah. He's probably. I'm fairly certain he's beaten everyone in the weight. So he's good. There's a bunch of sleepers, and it's a very deep weight.
141, 3 bids.
Yeah. We're shocked by
led
that.
by Yanni Diakoman-Hollis.
Yes, who is a phenom.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Won nationals as a true freshman last year. Had 1 loss, avenged that loss in the quarterfinals of nationals with a torn ACL. And he's undefeated again, and he's something special. So that weight's another one. It's pretty top heavy. Number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are all good. We had a bunch of weights that if we qualified 3 or 4, we probably had 6. The next 3 guys almost qualified. Like Dylan, like we almost had 6 to 25.
Yeah.
But we just missed the cusp. So it's the same thing at 41.
We failed to mention 133, Jacob Martin for us.
Yeah, well, I was just saying the field's deep,
Yep.
and obviously Jacob's one of those guys that makes the field deep.
And 141,
Garrett Lambert, who's having a good year. So yeah, we'll see what I feel confident that he always gives his all, and he's got some stuff that makes him dangerous. That we're excited to wrestle anyone in the weight. So Garrett always comes ready to wrestle.
149, 5 bids for the EIWA. Matt Kolodzik from Princeton. Hopefully he's going to wrestle.
Yeah, no, he's wrestling.
Yeah. And Holden Heller.
Yeah, Holden's having a good year, but there's another. That weight is super deep. everyone's got their work cut out for them. Even Kaladzik, who lost to the Parker Krotman this year from Drexel, so it's another super deep weight, and it's firing on all cylinders at the right time.
The question right now in my head is there a weight class that isn't super deep in this league?
No.
That's it.
It is.
It's a tough league.
It is. It's very tough, and it's super tough on those, especially the number 15 to 25 in the country. It seems like we own that slot in the nation.
Okay, 157, 6 bids.
Yeah,
nice.
For sure, and that's a very even field. It's not very top heavy. The 6 guys that qualify the weight deserve to qualify the weight, and they're all studs. But there's no Yanni Dikamahalis.
Right.
There's no big standout where you're like, oh my goodness.
No break.
Yeah, like there is. It's a wide open field. It looks like Chris Moriello is gonna be going there for us. We have high expectations. With a lot of spots in a wide open field, it's a free for all on who feels well.
And 165,
we'll
4
see.
bids.
Yeah, 4 bids, and we moved Ricky up to 74, and we haven't fully decided if we have a fully healthy guy to put in at 65. We're gonna find out in a day or two. We may put no one in there, unfortunately, but it's the way the cookie crumbles, the way the year's gone, right? So
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so can't cry and spill milk. We'll deal with it.
174, 5 bids available, and there's Ricky Stam's opportunity with 5 bids.
100%. And then listen, there's another guy that just missed qualifying, 6 bids. We feel like Ricky may even get around the 7-8 seed. He may not get seeded. He may get the 7-8 seed. We didn't think he was gonna get seeded at 65. So we just thought Ricky's been wrestling better when he's been wrestling up. So let's go up. And there was a couple of bracket busters at 65, meaning there's 4 spots.
Right.
There's another guy that just missed qualifying, and there's another guy that doesn't have enough doesn't have enough matches at the weight to qualify the weight because he wrestled 74 most of the year.
Right.
But he might have qualified the weight at 74. So now he just went down and he can't qualify the weight. He's kind of a bracket buster. So there's if you ask me, there's 4 spots at 65 when there's probably 6 good enough guys to go. Where at 74 it's a little more even, and Ricky's been wrestling better up. So we're like, you know what? Let's go up.
184. 6 bids.
Yes.
And that's a good number.
Yeah, a good number, and another
Trey Rogers.
Another open field. This probably, if you look at the year, Preach's been hurt all year, but he's a stud, and so is Dean, and DePrez has proven from Binghamton that he's a stud. And then there's a little bit of a drop off, obviously, but everyone's very, very good. So there's room, and we believe in our true freshman that's had highs and lows, and Trey does everything right all the time. So. We're very optimistic in his ability to, really put it together for this important weekend.
197, 6 bids.
Same thing.
There's Dodd. I'm sure he wants to go out a winner and try to get into the NCAA tournament.
For sure, he may get blind drawn in. He probably would have been the 8 seed. Lost an unfortunate loss to the F&M kid, which now that kid might be the 8 seed, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. We feel, he's the 6 seed. The guy who the 6th seed is and also qualified the weight, Nays has beaten him twice before. He lost to him this year, but he's beaten him twice before, so there's no reason to believe and not to have confidence I can find myself in the top 6.
Mm-hmm. And 285, 4 bids.
Super wide open.
Jordan Wood returning, who
Yes.
beat Mike Hughes last year in a tough one.
Jordan is Jordan's really good, and there's probably a separation between 1 and 2. You know what I mean? If you really want to know the truth, but obviously there's a bunch of good guys, but that's another one that we feel very confident against Omar, against almost everyone in the field.
All right, the EIWA championships begin Friday at the Special Event Center at Binghamton University in Vestal, New York. Continue on Saturday with the finals. Coach, good luck.
Appreciate it, man. We're excited.
First time in more than 50 years that 2 first-time hosts of the EIWA championships will be hosting us and Binghamton. So it was a blast last year. I'm sure it'll be a blast this year up in Binghamton, and best of luck.
Appreciate it, man. We'll travel safe and we'll get there, and we're looking forward to compete.
And thank you for watching the WB Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com.